The bell worked for April 8th. Okay, we're going to evaluate this. We're going to say minus 2 inside the absolute value signs, minus, and then we're going to put inside parentheses 2, and inside the parentheses, I guess we better solve for y first. So y is equal to 4. So we'll say 4. And then negative 2. So I'm going to use another set of parentheses there. The absolute value of minus 2, that's going to be 2, right? So we're going to say 2. Okay, so I guess we better start on the inside. That's going to be a positive 2. And it's inside parentheses, so we're multiplying. And this negative is going to undo that negative. Eventually, when I multiply, it's going to undo. So I'm going to say plus, and I'm just going to say 2 times 4 times 2. So all the negatives kind of go away there. The village was polyglot. If the ratio of bilingual denizens to trilingual denizens was 14 to 3, let me pause here for that. Bilingual denizens to trilingual denizens was 14 to 3. You wouldn't expect as many trilingual. And the denizens, here we go again with the total. So I'm going to call that all, A for all, because I already have a T for trilingual instead of total. Okay, so how many were trilingual? All right, so what I really wanted, instead of bilingual to trilingual, is trilingual to total. And we're going to call that all, sorry. And if I have 14 and I have 3, then my all must be 17, right? Obviously, if my total is 3,400, I have a lot more than just 14 bilingual and a lot more than 3 trilingual. But if I take that little group, that representative sample, and I add that all up, I'd have 17 in my little sample scoop. Okay, so that's going to be the trilingual. We said trilingual was 3 out of 17. And that's going to be the same thing as, let's see, all goes on the bottom, so 3,400 on the bottom. And so I know what happens in a group of 17. I get 3 trilingual. What happens when my group is 3,400? Well, I don't know that, so that's my unknown. And so unknown up here. And we'll go ahead and maybe I can do it like this. We'll multiply like that, and we'll multiply like that. Okay? So we'll say 17x is equal to 3,400 times 3. And let's see. Let's go ahead and divide both sides by 17. You know, 17 goes into 34. So let's see here. We'll say 17 goes into 34 twice. So now I have 200 instead of 3,400. I'm going to take those 2 zeros up there too. So 200 times 3, and the 17s cancel, so I have x is equal to, yeah, all right. You can see it's 600. I'll just go ahead and write 600. Simplify by combining like terms. Okay, so let's see what the like terms are. Oh, we want all variables in the denominator? Okay, well, we'll get there, but not yet. First, we'll put them all in the numerator and see what happens. We have 2, m times m, right, is m squared, so I'm going to say m squared. And then x is next in the alphabet, so I'm going to say x to the minus 1, because I just brought it up top. Just to get everything, most things are on top here, so I'm going to put everything on the top before I put everything on the bottom. And then I have y to the minus 2 plus 3 and I have m squared x to the minus 1, and I'm going to bring y squared up to the top, so I'm going to change it to, oops, this is 1, y to the minus 2 now, and then I'm going to say 3 m squared, right, m squared. This is y to the 1 plus, well, it's y times y, so 1 plus minus 3, so I get y to the minus 2. Okay, what are the like terms? Well, let's see. What are the like terms? These guys look alike, right? They look alike. So we can put those together. All right. And let's see. These guys look alike. And so I can put them together, right? Like terms? Okay. And I think I'll just do it for the ones in the middle. I think I'll say negative 2, positive 3. That's m, that's just 1, right? 1 because they fight and 1 survives. X to the minus 1, y to the minus 2. And then they said write all the denominators in the, or all the variables, sorry, all the variables in the denominator. So let's do that. We'll say we have our 1. There was a 1 out here. 1 on top, and we'll say m to the minus 2 because I moved it, x to the positive 1 because I moved it, and y to the positive 2 because I moved it. And then the next one will be positive, and you can go ahead and finish that answer. Okay, let's simplify this. Minus 2, negative 2, times the brackets. 4 take away, that's 1, right? Negative 4. Oops, didn't use the parentheses, I should. Negative 4, negative 1. We have in the next parentheses, which we're going to multiply those, right? 5 take away 2. I can just do that. 5 take away 2 is 3. Minus a minus, it's going to be plus 6. Okay? So let's see. We have negative 2. Inside our brackets, we have a negative 5 times 3. And then plus 6. I have to wait for the addition. So I'm going to multiply, and then I'm going to add. And once I have the inside of the brackets, I'm going to multiply by the negative 2.